Hello, 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 and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going? All right, I haven't changed the text. I never did the thing I wanted to do. No, you're keeping it. Keeping it another day. Don't care. Staying for another day. I'll try to remember to do it after the stream. Hello, Guts. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Welcome in, Blue Steaker. This old chestnut. It's one thing to call me old, but why do you have to call me a chestnut? That's just so mean. Why not hazelnut? Or walnut? Almond? I had to go for the chestnut. Man, that hurts. Which do I identify as? I identify as nuts. Yes. Nuts. You know the nuts. Because I'm nuts. Anyway, how's it going, guys? We're doing well. Happy Monday. Before I get too far into the stream, I'm gonna ask now also, how's the audio in terms of me? How do I sound? Do I sound fine? Because I was messing with some stuff to hopefully make it a little bit better in terms of things. So, in terms of volume and stuff, just let me know if there's anything wrong. I think it's normal, just like the other days. Good. That's what it should be. Same as before. Perfect. That means perfection. Perfection as far as I'm concerned. Okay. So, hope you guys, your weekend was good. I did a lot of stuff, not including the fact that I meant to give a channel point reward to make this a thing. And I totally forgot to, and so I didn't. Yeah. So, we still have this text. I'll try to remember to do it after the stream. Add a channel point reward for that. We'll see how that goes. Other than that, I played a good amount of Metaphor Refantagio. I am 50% of the way through the game, as I found out. They do a, without spoiling anything. What the hell's going on with chat on stream? He says, as it's been like this for days. I've gotten to the halfway point, and they did a twist. What a twist that you kind of saw coming. It's not that big of a twist. Like, oh, look at us, we could get you. Did you get you? No. So far, Metaphor got a lot of praise, and like, it's okay, but usually don't see chat on stream because I stay in a small window. What? Chat stays down here on all screens, except the starting soon screen. If I swap to the other window, it's gonna be in the same place, in the same way. What? But yeah, I don't. I think at the current moment, Metaphor is like a 7 out of 10 for me. It's not a bad game, but I think there was more hype for it than, at least for me personally. You usually see the real chat and the chat on the screen. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. But anyway, you guys should all watch yesterday's video if you haven't. Give it a like, give it a comment. It needs a lot of love. Other than that, today we're going with either boss, or I probably should do power-ups first. Power-ups slash some rework of some stuff that I wanted to do. Because the idea was we got the extra enemy in, which is great. I should actually test to make sure it's actually in the game. We haven't done that yet. But assuming that it is, then I think we do some power-ups. We haven't done those in a long time, and then we'll do a boss for the new power-ups and stuff. I think that's the plan of action. Is it a good plan of action? That is very debatable. But it's a plan, and I will act on it. We will see. For now, let's go ahead and test that we get this mob actually in game. Load it in. There you go. We just need to see the mob once. If we see the mob once, we're good. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother with you guys. That's a lot of mobs. Already too many mobs. Oh, there they are. Look at them. Oh, they're shooting their projectiles. Oh, yes. There's the little guys. We might need to have, I mean, to be fair, you're not meant to just run through everything, but I might need to go and modify the amount of mobs. Look at the mighty map. So... Anyway, cool. That works. So, power-ups. Now, for power-ups, I want to rework some stuff and change some stuff. Because one thing I wanted to rework was the dash. We removed blocking. Blocking used to use stamina. I'm thinking that the dash, instead of having dash counters into that whole system, we put dash on stamina. Dash will use a certain amount of stamina, and it will regenerate over time. Do you miss roll and block? No, you don't. No, you don't. You say you do, but I know you don't. Because having this attack is far better than having a block. This is a far better thing than a block. So I think let's start with moving the sprint to the stamina, because then I want to start introducing power-ups for stamina to like have it, you know, recharge faster and things of that nature. We'll add a few stamina upgrades. We can also then add in like power-ups for how many, because we have the power-up right now that is how many dashes you can have. And we'll need to change that one. This extra dashes. We'll change this. Instead of extra dashes, it will just be reworked to be the cost in terms of stamina for the dash. So let's say a regular dash will consume 50% of your stamina by default, and then you can get one that says reduce stamina consumption by 10%, 20%, 30%, you know, whatever it is. And we, you know, it'll never add up to 100%, but we could do something like that. But because that effectively will give you more dashes, and then we can have ones for stamina regeneration to make sure you get it back, and maybe down the line we could also make stamina work for some other stuff. I don't have anything right now that I'd want to use it for, but I think that's the correct way of going around it. Instead of instead of this system where you have just amount of dashes that regenerate, I think I prefer the stamina for dashes. I think it makes a little more sense. So let's work on that. I think we should probably close all of this and start off clean. Field player, stats, which I think is where all the dash stuff is. Right, because we have the stamina here. Current max stamina drain. Stamina drain rate. So I think in our case, we will be doing just a minus plus stamina. So we'll probably use a few functions. We will need a just a use stamina function. Use stamina, which is going to take our current stamina minus a certain stamina. Stamina cost. But we only want to do this if this value is greater or equal to 0. The alternative is we allow negatives. We can allow negatives as long as you have like 1 stamina, you can use it, but it will just take that much longer for it to go back up. So for example, I don't know. Let's put it here. If our stamina was here, right? And let's say it took this much of the stamina to use it, right? You could use 2, and technically you wouldn't have enough for the 3rd, but you could use it again, maybe. And then you wouldn't be able to use it now because it's less or equal to 0, and you would sacrifice this amount of time before you can gain a little bit again. I feel like this is probably a better option, because if you're like spamming stamina, it's like spamming dash, and you're like, okay, I don't have enough, don't have enough, and then finally have enough. I don't think that's a good feeling. Versus this, obviously, you'll just see you have no stamina. Yeah, let's do that. So we will not have this be checking. Instead, we will check if the current stamina is greater than 0. Hey Leo, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Have you ever had a timer by event not utilize a branch node? I mean, yes. What do you mean? Here's one without a branch. Yes. What do you mean? First time here, Leo? Haven't been here in a while? It's clearly writing what you're typing. It's not adding anything special. This is what you said, clearly. I have written proof right there. What cursed redeem is this? The problem is I forgot to make it a redeem. So it's just like this right now. Because it's funny. Just regular bucka, Leo. It's okay, it's okay. You haven't been here in a while. I guess I'll forgive you. Right here. Right there. This right here. That's what. You can counter it, Leo. You I mean you can. I know ways to do it. But why would you want to? That doesn't seem fun. Is it using specific letters? What do you mean by specific letters? No. It's not specific letters. No. Are you gonna try to figure out what it's doing right now, Leo? Is this gonna be your thing? You're gonna figure out how the hell to make it work? The magic behind it. Does this not start stamina? Not drain. Update. Is it choosing random letters to replace it with the speech? It's using a timer by event without branch node. Bravo, Gaguts. That. Mwah. Beautiful. That was genius. Chef's kiss. He's going back to that. You had a function that basically set a variable to false at the beginning, then goes through the loop and sets it to true. What the function did was basically a timer. Okay? It's your job. But it's like doing a bunch of calcs in the function and returning true false. But the problem is on true, it's not doing the branch. Well, I mean, I can't really help out with a theoretical. If you want to post a screenshot of it, I could probably take a look at it. But it'll be harder otherwise. Because you basically just said, yay, I'm doing some functions. True is not returning true. Got to worry about calling an event dispatcher in the same function. Why do you need an event dispatcher in the same function? The hell are you doing? You didn't call outside of the function. I don't think I fully understand what you're trying to do. Because I don't understand. I don't get it. Guess one timer. Yes, you're actively ignoring the YouTube chat? Why are you actively ignoring the YouTube chat? You're in YouTube chat. What does that mean? YouTube chat on screen. Why? You're the entire chat right now. Look, if you want, I can do this. There it goes. I'm just kidding. It's back. I'm just kidding. Why would I do that? I'm going to do a max float here, so it'll never display negatives. Okay. Next is how, because I removed the block. Oh no, I didn't. Block logic's still there. Block logic's still there. Stop stamina drain. So you have stop stamina drain, which we don't need. But after a timer, it starts the update timer. So really we need to do... We can just do stop stamina drain. Here. So let's do a little test. Let's close a bunch of this down. Okay. Let's go with yeah, we don't need this test anymore. Let's just do a simple print string. Oh no, we don't want to do print string here. Let's do character stats. Use stamina. Stamina costs, let's say 50. Let's do true or false. And then on tick, let's do a print string. Get current stamina. Okay. Yeah, there's the 100. If I press 8, there's 50. After 2 seconds, there it goes back up. Okay, so if I use this again, then again, I'm at 0. And use it again, I'm at negative. Ooh. Okay, it jumped to 0 right away. So, we don't want that. And that's because... Oh, I see you posted in the Discord. Second image is just checking if the map is not empty, then progressing to do some cooldown stuff within the function. Okay, anyway, we'll take a look at the pictures. Let's see. Oh, wait, that's the same. There's only 2 images. Look like 3. Timer by event. You check if it's not empty. And if it's not empty, it does this update sources. Is that the map icon but just compressed?
Pausing for ads.
Oh, it's by reference. So what's the problem? If it goes to false, like if it doesn't go to true, that means this is empty. So you're not setting it beforehand. There's nothing here sets it. Did you set it to have something here? You could add a print string right after this or right before it and check this is not empty. Print it right here. Or check if it had like what the length of it is. If it doesn't go to true, that means it's all just empty. When function returns true, it doesn't do the true branch. Like here, it doesn't do this update sources. It doesn't do this. I mean, it's hard to tell what's happening here. You're setting some things. You're setting something. It's very low res. But it does some stuff. There's a print string based off of stuff, and then it does a true or false. Where are you setting? Oh, it's set. You're setting in here on test. Only if this is the case. So it will. By the way, if this is test is a local variable, you don't need to set it to false by default. Just fun fact. So you'll basically, if it's true, then it goes to true. So you're saying it just never goes to true. This test never happens, so it never calculates max value. I mean, I would need a high-res screenshot ideally. It's all very blurry. How did you manage to take a screenshot this small? How did you manage this one? Or did Discord make it tiny? Oh yeah, you're hold on. Oh, there we go. You know what's stupid about Discord? Never mind. You know what's stupid about Discord apparently that I just learned? Is when you're previewing the image and you click open it in a new window, it doesn't give you the full size of that image. It gives you the size you were previewing. And because my Discord's half screen, yeah, that's stupid. Okay, now I can see. Great. Okay, let's see what's going on. So you have a map with a struct. You're checking if the duration is not equal -1. I assume that's the default. And then you're checking if the duration is equal to the current duration plus the game time in seconds. Well, this is just going to return false pretty much almost always. This is pretty much going to return false in almost every scenario. I don't think you're using this the way you think it works, or the way it actually works. I don't think you're using this right. At least I don't. Current duration starts at 0. Why are we adding game time in seconds? What is the current duration? So you're saying duration right now is 0 and current duration is... Oh, current duration doesn't matter. It's basically adding the game time until it hits the duration per... This does not start at 0. Just so you realize this. If 10 minutes have passed, this is going to be like 6,000. And the very first time it goes in here, it'll be 6,000 plus current duration, which is 0. So it'll be 6,000. just so you realize, this does not reset every time. This is game time. Just so you know, that's why I said I don't think you're doing this the way you think it actually works. Delta time variable? Okay. Delta time is the time between frames. So if you're at a solid 60 frames a second, right? Then your delta time will be this. But if you took longer to, like, because you can have, let's say, like a frame this long to compute, then this long, you know, maybe one that lagged and took this long to complete. This is the delta time. It'll tell you how long it's been between every frame. So that way, when you're doing a smooth movement over time, and you want something to move, you use delta time to basically calculate, hey, how much has actually elapsed since the last frame? So that way you get it correct. Game time is like, as soon as you hit play, it starts going 0, 1, 2, 3. Continue on until it could be in the millions, because it depends if you have left the game open. So which time variable do you use then? Your own. Use your own timer. You create a timer. Because the delta time variable has a context thing you don't know how to use. What do you mean? Old get get world delta seconds. This one. All you do is you use this multiplied by however much you want it to happen per second. Let's say 50. And if you're doing this on tick, then this will happen 50 times in a second, no matter how many frames a second it is. Or like the distance here will be 50. If you're moving something 50 units, it will always be 50 units when you're doing this on tick, because you're multiplied by delta seconds. Use the same time. I mean, that's up to you. I didn't look past it, but at least hopefully that explained some things for you. Hopefully that explains some things. But yeah, game time in seconds is not function time. It's not time since X moment in time. It's literally the entire game since you've opened it. Which sometimes you want to use, because sometimes you want to actually get like a clock in your game. Shows how long you've been playing, kind of thing. You can absolutely do that. Use that. Yep. Okay, I want to see here. So here we're clamping basically to 0. But I probably don't want to clamp to 0 then. I probably just don't want to clamp it to 0. So we can have negatives. So let's try that. We're at 100. We use stamina. All right, goes back up. We use stamina again. Goes up. We use stamina again. It's a negative 29.8. And now it's slowly going to go up there until it hits 0, and then it goes positive. Excellent. That is working great. Review. We don't need this anymore. Yeah, give it a whirl. Give it a try. Okay, for the can dash. Okay, it works and you're confused? But it works? What did you change? Why are you confused? You know what? I'll actually expose it here. And we'll make sure all of these are true. Ooh, hold on. No. No, that would be bad. Because first, you want to check if this is true. Then we want to do this one. Yet, dash cost. Either multiplication, but by 1 and it works magically. Either multiplication by 1. What multiplication by 1? You don't have any multiply nodes. What? There's an add node and an equal and not equal node. There's no multiplication nodes here. What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? No idea where that reference is from, by the way. If you're wondering. Okay, so first it checks that we can dash, and then if we can dash, then it checks the stamina. Because if we did this beforehand, it might have a chance of using the stamina we don't want to. Okay. Dash cost 50. You add to the graph to see if it works, or it's being added to. This is the first time you're hearing of multiplying game time in seconds by a number and having it work so weird. Well, what did you think game time was? It's called game time, not tick time, not function time, game time. What was your understanding of game time prior to this? Just, I'm curious. By the way, do a print string on game time. You could see it. Print game time on tick, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Or like just during that function, print the game time or something, and you'll see. Oh, I don't need to do the counters for this. Yeah, look at that. Done. It now uses stamina. Easy peasy. We don't need the current dash time counter. So that means we don't need to do all of this because we're removing the whole current dash count and the current dash timer. All that's gonna go away. Hey Zebra, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. That was like the time it takes to run a single game tick. No, they just do delay until next tick. And that is, what you said is basically delta time. Delta time is the time between ticks. Yeah. Currently dying of heat stroke. How's the development going? Well, apparently better than wherever the hell you are. I'm sorry. Heat is awful. We haven't hit the jackpot yet today. Hopefully we won't, but you know, remains to be seen. You're enjoying cold rain, Dev? Is going wonderful. It's you know, there's sun here. Oh wait, aren't we past? Hold on. We already had the longest day, right? That was like on the 20th or something. Longest day of the year. Yes, the longest day was on the 20th. Friday, June 20th. Yeah, it's gonna get darker now. Ooh. 90% humidity and 94 degrees Fahrenheit was today. Luckily, it's cooling off now. Ooh, you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of when I lived in Louisiana. Never again. You can't pay me enough money to go back there for a fourth time. But yeah, it reminds me of Louisiana. 100-degree weather with 100% humidity. What happens when you have multiple event graphs? You don't have multiple event graphs. There's only one event graph. Put multiple things in it. Like I can't even open this multiple times. Oh. You know, never pressed that button before. I imagine is just a way of cleaning up your event graph if you wanted to. I've seen it. I've never pressed it. I'll be honest. I imagine if you wanted to, you could rename your event graphs to different things and have it organized that way. I've never tried personally. But then which one goes first? That's a great question. But the question is the same as which one goes first here. In all of this stuff, which one goes first? I couldn't tell you. You use a separate out networking function for clarity? Yeah, that's what I mean. Probably good for like organization stuff. Yay! So now our our dash uses stamina. I think a lot better. Still has only one event tick and make a play. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, of course. I thought you meant like for functions. I need. Where am I still using? Wait. Oh, I guess it wasn't set here. Okay, what we want to do is go to the UI. HUD. So we want to kill this one. Dash counter. Yes, goodbye. Five by four. 5 by 4. 3. Put down. What is this? Oh, it's the potion. Active item. Meta pick. I don't need this on separate lines. Why not have this on separate lines? Put this all together in one place. Oh, I guess it's just aligned. Now let's just make this simpler. Put this here. I don't need these horizontal boxes. Also, what you're doing before with this, you're doing a singular stat component that basically facilitates multiple stacks from different sources and the capacity for cooldowns. Your brain forgot events existed if you hit it in another separate graph. That can happen, but it's the same thing as like multiple functions. You forget some functions, I guess. You can use it to like enemy abilities that can buff other enemies and vice versa, amongst other things. Nice. Hey, name here. Welcome in. How's it going, Numo? Yep, you were here before. To be used for like health, shielding, mana. I mean, yeah, that all makes sense. But I feel like you're overcomplicating it. I feel like. I can't say for sure. Just a feeling I have. I want padding, probably just on the bottom. Auto, probably you. Do I need the scale box? Yes. I want to keep it that size. Okay. You're probably overcomplicated. I mean, at least you're aware. You know? That's the main thing. As long as you're okay with it. Because, like, for, like, do you need full generation? I mean, even if you want full generation, I would just have a separate, like, timer going for each one. I will have, like, one timer that's set up for health regeneration, one timer for stamina regeneration, one timer for whatever, all of that can just go into an actor component that goes on the parent of all the characters or on the character, whatever. And then when you want to, you want to update, set it to regenerate, use that character's timer, and then cool, it's just running on that character for whatever you need. I think that's better. I could be wrong. Current dash counter needs to go away. Current dash counter. Oh, is it an AC abilities? I need to remove that. Oh, and the whole dash count, I guess. I need to remove. Okay, I need to rework the additional dashes. Oh boy. Additional dashes. There it is. Additional dashes is not going to be a thing. Double dash is not going to be a thing. I need to find double dash. It's going to be near the bottom. There it is. Complete. Bye. We're just breaking all sorts of things. Don't worry about it. Here. Okay, where's the dash? Dash cooldown, we can remove. Dash current counter, we can remove. Yes, I'm just removing everything. All the dash stuff is gone. Just everything. It's all gonna go away. Everything. I'm just killing everything. We're gonna have some simple things like health and shield variables. Then I thought of like enemy abilities and enemy variation and buffs. I was like, I'll need to track it. For some dynamic things, like let's say there was a mage that buffs allies HP or grants them a shield, etc., stuff like that. Yeah, then you just have a variable that's like current health, and another variable that's like modified health. Or and that can be either like modify additional or modify multiplier. And then they just modify those two values. They never change the original. And then if one mage, let's say, gives it a 30% health buff, another mage gives it a 10% health buff, you can decide if you want it to be a multiplier or not. The better option is just having all the multiplication be additive. which case, when the buff runs out, you will subtract the 10 or the 30, whichever one runs out, and you're good. Or like a minimum of 1x, and there you go. That's a simpler way of doing it. If the bus is temporary, then you'd have to track it, which is what the component you designed did. Well, yeah, but you need to track it anyway. All you need to do to track it is just have an array of the time on that timer. Because you need an array of time. And every time it goes through the timer, it just removes time. And if it reaches 0, then it just removes that index. Just make sure you do a reverse for each if you're doing a deletion of indexes. That's it. Yeah, I'm saying you don't need a map. Just a regular array. Gets you everything you need. Okay, there we go. So we have changed up the stamina to now what's it called? Stamina. The dash now uses stamina. Did I just dash up without it being used? I'm pretty sure I just did somehow. Wait a second. Hold on. Give it a moment. I think I realize what's happening. I don't know how, but I think dash. Yep. Yep. Why is it not capping? Oh, because I removed the cap. Min, float, please. Max stamina. There you go. I removed the freaking clamp, but I didn't make sure that it can go above the value I need to. So now it should actually stop at where it needs to. No matter how long I wait. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that was a good cache. Better to catch that now than later. Okay. I think we'll play around with the how long stamina regenerates and all that. I probably want to change how long it takes to start up again by default. Right now I think I have it 2 seconds. I probably want to do 5 seconds by default, and then we'll reduce it through power-ups. And then the regeneration rate I might slow down a bit. Again, by default. So now, if we take a look at it, takes longer. 5 seconds. It's fine. Yeah, see that? I feel like that's a better baseline. So we dash twice. 5 seconds, you can dash. And then as soon as it starts, I can already dash. But now it'll take longer to get back. Um, which is, you know, a sacrifice I can make. So I think for a base, that's going to be fine. We'll, of course, add the power-ups to make it faster now. Okay. Excellent. Now, let's talk power-ups. It's been a while since I been on the spreadsheet doing power-ups and stuff. Let's do power-ups. So it's gonna be a to-do. Why does it not even fit? So we need to change. Only I say change, but they're not. So we need to have some dash stuff. So let's do reduced dash cost. Then let's do increase stamina regen. Dash distance is not as useful as you think. Because like it's in this big open area, yeah, it's useful. But once you're actually in the game, right? Like, do you want to just dash all the way across the entire like level? Like all the way there? And you can't make it less of a dash once you have it that big of a dash. I don't think I want to give that as a control. I think we'll just have the dash feeling a good distance, and then you can have it dash more or less. But I don't want to do like, oh, you're just gonna dash halfway across the map. You have no control over if you want to go longer or further, or, you know, shorter. At that point, that is your dash. So I don't think I want to do a dash length personally. But reduce cost of the dash, yes. Increase stamina regeneration rate, yes. We need, I believe, 6 total power-ups. We already have one for dashing through enemies. Yep. We have one, I believe. We have the ability to have damage on start and end of a dash. We will change extra dash to be the other one. And I believe we should have like a ghostly dash or something, don't we? Where's our thing? Point blank, snipe. I'm like pretty sure I had. Oh yeah, there it is. Dash through enemies, but less dash distance. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, so you can dash through enemies, but you don't dash as far, which is how I'm balancing it. Because if you could dash the full distance and dash through enemies, this would be extremely broken. Yeah. I mean, the dashing is probably going to be very broken anyway. Because if I turn on you and you... Right. We already start doing damage. on this, and then if we have more stamina regen and it costs less, we could probably do a good amount of damage. It won't be the full build probably, but it'll be a nice, you know, addition, which is kind of the idea. We will need why do I have... Is this one? Oh, it's a dungeon shop, which I can't even test. I can just remove these, that's fine. I don't need these here anymore. Okay. But we need... go to the hub. Right, so we have 2 that we take away from each one of these. So we take away 2 times 3 bosses. So I have 6. So we get 6 power-ups that we're going to be adding in this new round. So we have the reduced dash cost, increase stamina regen, which are both going to be for the dash. Let's see which ones I have here that I maybe want to keep or maybe remove. AoE curse. We kind of already have that with active items. I'll remove that. Elemental AoE. That's not really... That's like if I have the effects for it, I'll add it for later. A slow aura. Slow aura might be nice. Should we add a slow aura? We have the poison aura for damaging enemies nearby. I think we might want to do add a slow aura as well, which could be nice. Let's do that. Automatically gain a temporary shield when low on health. Yeah, we can do that too. We can add that one in. Nice defensive one. What about dash pushback chance? Oh, like you can shove enemies? No, I don't think so. It'll become... If it's a big enough shove to get you out of the way, then just face through them. If it's not a big enough shove to move them out of the way, then there's no point. That's kind of how I see it. You might as well just use the ghostly one to just face through them. Less calculations, less physics, less everything else. Easier to do. Same result. Oh yeah, let's do thorns. We have never finally introduced thorns. Chain lightning, I still want to do. Bullseye would need something like ricochet. Or bullseye I might want to do. Just reorder this a little bit. Make it a little bit cleaner for organization's sake. Okay. So let's see what we got. So the things I definitely want to do right now. Reduce dash cost and increase stamina regen. That's going to help for the dash. Slow aura, I think, is on there. I want to do thorns. We haven't done thorns yet. Let's do thorns. Copied it instead of... Yep, there you go. What do we have left? are these. Chain lightning, I think TBD later. Damage increase on every consecutive hit. Resets on miss. I don't know what the best way of doing this one is. If you have multi-hit, I guess as long as you hit something in that attack. But then what do you do for projectiles? What if you shoot 5 projectiles? Do all of them have to hit, or only one of them has to hit? It becomes a pain with projectiles. Guaranteed crit every X attack. Like every X attacks you do, you can get a guaranteed crit, which is extremely powerful. I think that could be cool to add. Let's add a guaranteed crit. Also, if any of these seem like... I forgot to... God damn it, I had to undo my reorganization because I didn't grab this part of it. Good job, me. When I was moving them... Do that again. This time grabbing the full thing. Okay. Okay, now, again, aura stuff, yes. Or yes, the stamina stuff, yes. The slow aura, I want to do for this round. The thorns, I want to do for this round. That gives us 2 more. Okay. So for the 2 more... guaranteed crit every X attacks will be very powerful. AoE damage around player on attack doesn't make sense anymore because we already just increased the AoE natural damage, so I think we don't need this one anymore. Debuff enemies on hits. We'll need to figure out what we already have. Like fire damage and stuff on hits, so we just need to add a different one. We'll do that later. Ricochet, I want to add, but it's kind of shitty for melee. What about projectiles on spawn? Projectile on spawn, or is the AoE bomb thing just better? What do you mean on spawn? On dash. Okay. Very different. A projectile on dash. You can still use your regular shoot attack, right? If I want to, I can shoot a projectile dash, shoot projectile dash. I don't know why I turned invisible. I'm fine. This was still loading. Right, I can... Wait for it to regenerate. The shoot, dash, shoot, right? If I just have a projectile attack, otherwise I would be melee. I could make projectile shoot in all directions, or like multiple projectile shoot in directions. On dash. That would be pretty cool. So if you dash from here to here, you could theoretically shoot a projectile, let's say like this. And then if you have multiple projectiles, it would do, you know, a lot more. It would do less damage per projectile. But you could do that. Enemies hit with dash sort of spawn projectiles that are homing. Well, the homing is already a separate thing. These could home if you have the homing power up. This is not a bad idea. I kind of like this idea because I think that would be fun. It would not. They would have to be not as powerful as some other things. Oh. Now here's the problem though. If you have it and then you just dash into melee range with them, you just shotgun the enemy. Or you shotgun the enemy. That means they would need to be very weak per projectile. Well, I guess that's only true when you have the multiple, in which case it already accounts for that by having your damage be lower per projectile. So I guess it's fine. I mean, I think that's fine. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. We'll add to the list. Multi-directional projectiles on dash. We need a name for this, by the way. What do you call that attack when you do multi-directional projectile on dash? Give it a name. What is that attack gonna be? Do you have apply status effect on dash as well? No, but I don't really have status effects in general. Is there a distraction power up already? Like dashing but leaving a dummy? There isn't. There isn't. Radial burst. That's not bad. I'm okay with that radial burst. Yeah, the dummy. Yeah, let's do dummy. Dummy. What is the dummies called? Like the that you punch in games? God. They're called something dummy. Spectral clone is fine. Training dummy, that's what it is. Yeah, training dummy doesn't work as well. Spectral clone is fine. Spawn a dummy clone to get enemy aggro. And we'll expand on it. Okay, so let's see. Debuff enemies to hit. We need to work on more debuffs in general. Ricochet we need to do. Faster / slower projectile speed for enemies. I kind of want to do an... He contributed. Hey. You always can contribute here. We were there. An aura to slow and speed up projectiles could be fun. You wouldn't ever want to speed up projectiles. Ooh. I need slow enemy projectiles, and we want to increase our own projectile speed, probably. But then what do we do for melee? Let's start with slow enemy projectiles aura. I'll need a new name for it. Unless you guys have a good name for enemy projectile slowdown aura. Now, if for several months down the line when he gets removed, because broken Pepe laugh. Melee gets wider swings. We already have a cleave that increases the radius of attack. Bullet time. That's a great one. Bullet time. Yep, yeah, we're going with that one. That's great. You have automatically get a temporary shield when low on health. Spawn in dummy clone to get enemy aggro. We already have another gravity one, so I don't want to put another gravity. But theoretically could also work. Let's do guaranteed crit every X attacks. That is going to be a very powerful one. Deceleration matrix. I think that's a little bit too much. And you know what? Let's do. What else do we want to do on this last one? Is there anything that I wanted to add that I'm trying to remember? Is there something I wanted to add, but I haven't yet? That I was thinking of. Maybe I'll just add a second aura, because right now this increased radius and decreased radius doesn't only affects the one aura. So maybe I'll just add like a quote third aura, which will be good. Hey DJ, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So let's do the slow enemy projectiles aura. So for this new round, we will do reducing the cost of the dash, increases the stamina regeneration rate, which will allow you to do more dashes. We'll have an aura to slow enemies' movement around you. An thorn, so when you get hit, enemies are hit. Guaranteed hit every X attacks. So if you do 5 attacks and every 5th is a guaranteed hit, or is a guaranteed crit, it will crit. And bullet time, so we slow enemy projectiles and aura around us. I think that's fine. If you combine auras with the dash stuff, you could have yourself quite a run potentially. You'll be doing, especially once we add the other dash stuff. Like if you just get like a bunch of them, you can slow down enemies, slow down their projectiles, get in, get out much faster. Good stuff. I'm doing all right, Joe.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Okay, I had to ask. DJL space said. What is the? Because DJ capital O S C capital R. I have to ask. What's the meaning behind the name? Is there a meaning behind the name? I've been wondering this for a while. Your brain is rotten. You hear aura and immediately think aura farming. Oh god, that is some rot. Yeah. That's a massive rot if that's what you think of. You gotta play more games. Joser? Is that a... What does that mean? Is that a name? Does that mean something? I guess Joser is much easier to say than DJO. I will say that. You were rapping as a kid. Considering that you've told me you're French, I think there would be some people that would pay good money to hear a French guy rap. Like with a French accent, I mean. Because I think that would just be hilarious. Good or bad, it doesn't even matter if you're good or bad. I think it's people just for that. I don't know if you have an accent, but I'm just assuming that if you did have an accent, there would be people just want to hear that. First thing you thought of was the aura from Warcraft 3 that you get when you upgrade a paladin hero. What aura was that? What did it have? You do have an accent. Well, there you go. Yeah, I wasn't sure. You might be like, you know, American. See, is it so you can't say Canadian French because that's just. I guess that it is French Canadian, right? Is a thing, but I'm talking about like being Canadian first and then French second. But I guess. Oh, like an Egyptian pharaoh. Is that what you mean? Is that how you spell pharaoh? Do I not know how to spell pharaoh? Canadian French doesn't have a French accent. Okay. See, I wasn't sure. Link sword didn't happen, eh? Hey, Stormer, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I don't think I said hello to you. I'm sorry. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Yes, I want to hear how you're being dumb today. Tell us all about it. Yeah, Egyptian. Okay. Hold on. Is that No, okay. It's spelled differently. Okay. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Since moving to Canada, there are some words that are just like spelled differently here. Like checking, like a checking book. Like a checking account. Yeah, but it depends where you are also. Because there's British English and there's American English, depending where you are. It's the same thing with the Fahrenheit and Celsius thing. Yeah. Anyway. You spent 3 hours trying to figure out why your AI character was not moving. After determining you did everything correct, you looked at the XYZ location, and the end location was the same as the start. That'll do it. So you'll tell him, move to where you are already standing. I see we're still kitty cats. Yeah. I forgot to add the channel point redeem to enable this. So we're still kitty cats until after the stream. I try to remember to do it. What was the devotion aura? Like, what does it do? Oh, we need new ability names. We need a name for reduced dash cost. We need a name for increased stamina regeneration. Regeneration. Why did I not complain about spelling? Slow aura, we need a name for Thorns is Thorns. Whirlpool Strike, Bullet Time, Chain Lightning. Create a name for a name for an ability that reduces the cost of the dash. So you can dash more. Give bonus to armor to allies. Oh, okay. I mean, I can add it in. You just have no friends in this game, so it won't really help you. There's a free stylist fantasy pack for free on Fab. There's a really nice waterfall. I was at the top of the free for the month stuff. Or sorry, what am I saying? Month. Free for the 2 weeks stuff. Oh yeah. This thing? You sure you don't mean the train? I mean, it's 4.9, or the portals are 4.9 rated. Yeah, I saw this. It was nice. It's pretty nice. Okay, what do we call the reduced cost of dash? You should ask ChatGPT about these attack names. It's really good at fantasy. Yeah, that's what I did in the past. That's how I got a lot of names. But you guys are here now. Long legs. You know what? Oh, just longer legs. Not long legs, longer legs. Because that's kind of funny. Reduce dash cost, haste, or boots of speed. I feel like that increases. You would think that would increase the speed instead. Increase stamina regen, double time, cardio. Increase stamina regen. This would be more for regeneration of it. Speed 'em ups. This is like how quickly you recover. Let's see. Do not use. Don't worry, I'm not using speed 'em ups. Second wind. Tireless surge. Tireless surge is not bad. Rapid recovery. Rapid recovery actually seems like it will fit relatively well. Rapid recovery for increased stamina regeneration rate. I kind of like that. Zebra, are you using ChatGPT? Be honest with me. Are you also using ChatGPT? It's fine if you are. I'm just curious. No, your brain's just really wrinkly, unironically. I just want to know if I just wanted to know if because that's where I got the name, right? I'm not ashamed to admit it. I got rapid recovery. Do I want to keep longer legs? It's funny, but I feel like it's a little too silly. What water? Water. Reducing the cost of dash. What we got? Evasive precision. Agile form's not bad. Agile form. Windwalker, no. Wind themed, no. I don't want to wind themed. Economy of motion. Jesus Christ. Reflex training, no. Shadow step. I don't want an assassin type. Pressure dash. Warborn reflexes. Rift walker. Curse. Freaking. Why is one of them curse of the Lightfoot? Oh no. I can't believe my dash cost is gonna be lowered. I'll be able to dash more. That's so terrible. Why is that a curse? Okay, well, anyway, I got what I needed. Your GBT gave you wind step, reclaim, phantom, rebound, echo step. There needs to be some space, some commas there. So run. Unless they're all one word. Blessed with curses we are born with. I will need to add more curses also to the cards, but we'll do that later. Yeah, because we only added 3 last time, so we'll need to do more curses. So we'll probably do the 6 here, and we'll add more curses as well. Okay, so let's start with reducing the cost of dash. So this instead of double dash, it'll be agile form. You have a cursed dash that takes 10% HP when you dash, but you are invisible for 5 seconds after. The problem is you wouldn't be able to control that. But what if we had the ability to dash as much as you wanted, but it would take health if it ability for a dash to use your health instead of stamina. If it's at 0, no, but see, we don't have good ways of regenerating health. They'll just kill you. No, never mind. Economic travel? No. instead of double dash, this will be agile form. Okay, save, and let's restart now. If it's below 10% health, you can't dash. Now, right now you can. I made it so you can dash even with 1 point in stamina, but your stamina will go negative. So if this is your stamina, you can use, let's say, this much of it is for a dash, right? Then you can do 2 dashes, and still be fine. But if you dash 3, you will be able to, but it will take longer for you to regain, positive stamina again. Because you'll have to wait for it to start regenerating and then also regenerate all that time up to here. So, because I felt it was, if you, let's say, were like right up to this line, you were just like right up to this line, but you were just so close, but you just weren't there. You'd be just spamming it, and that wouldn't feel good until you finally hit, enough where you would be able to do it here. Kind of thing. So, yeah. You didn't realize ChatGPT give 3 rosy, kind of like breeze of renewal. Not for, it's not for me, but yeah, I can get behind that. Yeah, let's go back to Dash. Okay. So now we need to figure out how much are we reducing the cost by. If we're doing reduces the cost of the dash, we can do we do percent? We can do percent, let's say, by 10, 20, 30%. How do I use variable and variable 2 within the ability description? I set it up. Magic, I mean. I set it up to use that. A wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. Yeah, so these variables, right, is how this is a variable. This is a variable. These are variables. That's how it populates all the information, right? I don't have 3 cards. I have 1 card, and then the values I get based on whether or not it's a variable. And whether or not it's a percentage, you'll get the percent symbol. Yeah, I have full control over that. Because I set it up that way. I mean, it's text. I just go to string, replace with. I have the values here. It replaces it with whatever it needs to. Whether it shows decimal point or percentage, I have options for. Yep. Oh, I just realized we'll need one more. I'm replacing this one I'm replacing one, so we'll actually need one more. So we'll need 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What are we doing for a 7th one? Let's do the radial burst. Radial burst seems like fun. We'll do that one. We'll need to do 7 power-ups because we're replacing one, and to keep the number correct, we'll need. Okay, so if we did 10% reduction, 20% reduction, 30% reduction. You could theoretically, if you got all 3, have 60% reduction. Now, the problem is 50 times 0.9 is 45. That would technically allow you to dash 3 times if you're fine going to negatives. 50 times what? 0.7. What, right? Would be far better, but it's still only 3 times. But if you got 2 of them, well, you would need the 3rd one, right? Because if I did 10, 20, 30, that means the first 2 would just be equal to the 3rd one. Oh, but then there's also the cursed one. We also needed the cursed one, which is going to be the most powerful of them all. But you can't... And you could theoretically get 3 cursed ones. Okay. Phew. How do we do this? So we have a tier, right? We have tiers. 1, 2, 3. And then we have the cursed tier, as I call it. Now, the cursed tier is when you don't choose the card when it comes up, but it can happen to appear in the shop later on as a cursed, as a chance. So theoretically, in this theoretical world, you could take all 3 in your deck, skip on all of them, and they can all, with a non-zero chance, all become cursed, and you can grab them all. So we can't have it cost 0 because that's just gonna break things. So here's what I'm thinking. I was gonna say, what if we had them multiply? Like 90% cost, 80% cost, 70% cost. And then if you got multiple of them, then it would just, 0.9 times, 0.8 times 0.7 kind of thing. And if I had a curse, that'd be like times 0.5. So we could do that. The problem is, right now, the way the game is set up, I'm adding the multipliers, I'm adding the additions and subtractions, and then they all happen at once. I don't have anything that I would guess I would need to have a new tag or something that would just specify that this stacks this way. It'd be like a stacking multiplier or something. I need to have a tag, like a tag that would make sense for it. The alternative is we subtract a static amount of stamina. But then we risk of going negative. Or what we can do is give it a minimum. What if we just gave it a minimum? You can never go below a certain value. We'll just clamp it basically. Like you can never go below 10% or like be below 10 cost. What if we did that instead? What we can do is reduce by 10, 15, 20. And then the cursed would be 30. Let's say 30. And so basically, if right now our stamina by default costs 50. Sorry, our dash by default costs 50 stamina. This would make it cost 40, right? 35, 30. But if you stack them, if you got these two, right? Then it would get you to 25 stamina.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
You got all of these. It would technically put you at the minimum of 10 stamina. So you'd never want all three. We can mess with the value so you could get all three though. And it could make it so 5's the minimum. So you could use all of them. Or I make it 5, 10, 15. That's also an option. 5 less would be 10% drop. 10 less is 20%, 15 is 30%. Effectively. And if I frame it that way, %, 15, 20 of 50. Which will be 5, 7.5, and 10. Like 22. Yeah, it's not enough then. I mean, 10, 20, 30. It'd be 5, 10, 15. Yeah, we could do that. So we can do 10, 20, 30. And then the final one would be just, this one would be 50%. So this would remove 25 seconds, 15 seconds, 10 seconds, 5 seconds. That seems like the way to do it, I think. Right? Because now we can have 50 times, this is 60 times 0.4, which is still above the minimum of 10. Or we can do, like, if we have 50 times, right, 0.5, we're pretty much nearly there already with just one cursed. And then cursed and a tier 3 will be times 0.2, which is all you need. So if you got a tier 3 and a curse, like one of the first two become cursed, you could already get there. So yeah, I think that's what we do. Okay. Let's do that. So reduce stamina cost of dash by I don't need the second variable. We're just reducing the cost. Yeah, we just need the cost. Minimum dash cost. Oh, I guess I want variable 2 to be just highlighted. So variable 2. Minimum dash cost will be 10. So dash variable 2 will be just 10 here. All of these. And then reduce the stamina cost by, will be a percentage. By 10, 20, 30, 50%. Cannot below, yeah, below 10. Minimum, or that doesn't sound right. Dash stamina costs cannot be lower than 10. So if we take a look now, there it is. Agile form. Reduce stamina cost of dash by 10%, 20, and 30%. Stamina cannot be typos, and I need to remove the percentage. Lower than this should not show percentage. It's a lot. Yep. Thank you, Leo. So now we have there. Reduce stamina cost of dash by 10%. Stamina cost cannot be lower than 10. And we have it automatically updating 10, 20, 30. And we keep the 10 just for highlighting, which is, I think, works. Sweet. And then, you know what? The image works beautifully for what we had already. So, yeah. Awesome. I need to remove unstack. It should be stackable now. This version now is stackable. Keywords, turn off unstackable. It very much stacks, which is great. I like it when things stack now. Yeah! 4 stackable power-ups. Okay. So now we need to have it actually do stuff. So let's have it do stuff. We can have it dash cost goes here. So in AC abilities, we get a new variable This is going to be our dash cost. Reduction. Hard underscore dash cost reduction. From that interaction, you understand how the text format works. Big thing. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I didn't want to set up manual stuff. It's just I want to put in the values and basically have it do the work for me. It's too much work otherwise. We don't want to do work here. So now that we have this saving, on the player, we need to go to here, and we'll add a pin. Agile form. No, I don't want unstackable. Which one's stackable? Stackable. Health up. You, I think. Set. Wait, what? Oh, dash cost reduction. Set agile form. I don't know how I managed to delete it. There you go. Set agile form. This is just going to add the values. Get agile form. Oh. It's gonna just add the amount we have here, which will get us the value we want. And now in the player, here, get card agile form. So this is going to be you want to do 1 divided by this. So we get how much it needs to be, and then we need to do a multiply of 50 by this. Let's see if we got it right. I think that was all we needed. You thought I was using dynamic calculation per card or something? Dynamic calculation per card? No. I wanted full manual control over every tier. Like I wouldn't want it to be like, oh yeah, if I put in like 5 for the first one, it'll be double for the second and triple for the third. You know, I didn't want to do something like that. I'd want to be able to, per card, be able to control things. So if something was way overpowered, like at a certain tier, or way underpowered at a certain tier, I could adjust it manually. And that'd be good. So right now, if Why is my dash no longer using stamina? Because it's 0 by default. I would need to... I can make it 1 by default, and that solves the problem, doesn't it? Pretty sure that just solves the problem. I don't think I need to overthink it past that. Okay, now it's costing 50. Okay. There it goes back up. That's 50. If I now grab you, it should cost effectively 45. Okay, now it just costs 5. I think I did the math wrong. Well, I don't want 1 because then I would add to it. Damn it. No, this has to be 0. Let's do this differently. So what we want to do is here, let's just do a wrong button, new function, get current dash cost. Yep. Take an agile form. Divide by 100 instead of 1 divided by the number. I don't know why I did that. Divide that by 100, which by default will be 0. Then I'm going to add an input here. Default cost. Float. Make it 50 by default. So if this is greater than 0, now let's do a return select. It's using the maximum between 1 and the card cost? No. It, here, I'll set this up first. Select based off of this. If it is not greater than 0, then we just use the default cost. If it is greater than 0, then we do one minus this, and then multiply it. This can be pure. There. Get current dash cost. So let's see if it works. the way I want it. And then I'll explain what I'm trying to do. So, cost 50. Good. When I get the power up, it should cost 45. When I get the tier 1 one. And it does. There we go. And if I go ahead and get the other ones as well, it should cost me 60% less, which means it will cost me 20. So I should be able to dash 5 times at full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exactly. There we go. We got a stack and power up. Math is mathin'. Math is mathin'. Yeah, so now we can dash more or less. And the great thing is, it also improves your ability to dash when it just barely regenerates because it doesn't go as far back. Right? Because you can dash at 1 stamina with their current system. It'll just put you at negative 19, and so you can't dash again until it's at least 1. Or at least above 0. So yay! Okay, that one is done, which was nice because we didn't have to really do much on that one since we already had the card and all that. Which means, for the first time in a long time, I can mark one of these as done. We haven't done a power up in so long, actually. Okay. Next one is rapid recovery, increased stamina regeneration rate. Okay, how do we want to tackle this? How much? Right now, we're not going to change how long it takes to do this. We need to add a thing here for stamina regeneration. So we do a multiplier. Increase the amount, not the interval. Got it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to increase the amount, not the interval. Exactly. Before I do that, I'll be right back. Back, sorry. I'm starting to get my throat is starting to hurt, so I'm clearly talking too much and not drinking enough. So I'm thinking that we're fine with doubling the amount. So what if for the regeneration side, we can do 20%. $35%. 50%. 100%. You could theoretically would have 105% increased if you just got all three. And in a magical world where you somehow got 3 curse cards, you could have 300%. That's probably a decent start to the stamina regen. Because I'm fine with stamina just regenerating faster. For now. These numbers might be too high. We can always adjust them later. So, okay. In the stamina side, we just need a... we actually need to just put the variable in here. Stamina, multiplier, I guess. So if this is going to be... So again, this will need to be divided by 100. Add 1. And then multiply by this. Okay. That will get us what it is. The stat multiplier will be 0 by default. Still 0. Plus 1 will be 1. Yeah, this is fine. Difference is I need to do the 1 minus. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So that should take care of this. We just need to have it set and all that stuff. So let's make our first, oh my god, 43rd. I say 43rd. We've removed power-ups in the past, so now 43rd power-up. Assuming we don't remove it again. Rapid recovery. Okay, description. Increase stamina regeneration rates by variable. It is going to be a %. $20, $35, 50, 100. We don't need tier 2 in this one. Don't need keywords. Okay, we need gameplay tags. Character, player, ability. Ability, dot. Oh, god darn it. Let it close when I put somewhere else. Oh, cool. Okay, it maintained it. Rapid recovery. Okay. Okay, so now we need the icon. Which means we need not ChatGPT, Midjourney. Um, let's see what it gives me. Gives you yeah, all my stuff is a placeholder. What do you mean? Just why I want to jump to pin. How do I jump to pin? I'm so bad with Discord. Oh, there we go. Now it jumps. Odd. Oh, I need. What's my? Now I need to find the what I used to the formatting that I was using before. No, where is it? Scroll, scroll, scroll. Where are all my cards? I've done so many things. Oh, here they are. Okay. I get this. The search is only helpful if you know what to search for. I don't remember what I typed in. That's why I'm searching for it, to see what I typed in. What have I been searching for? Mid-journey? Every post. What is I mean, let's do a rapid recovery, and we'll see what it gives me.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Well, let's hold on. It's generating now. We'll see what it gives me. Well, the Mid-Journey now has video. I don't know if you guys saw my little test that I did. Well, I think I need to give it better guidance. I don't think any of these scream rapid recovery. The style is correct, right? But this is gonna be can we get it to give me what I want? Time. How did so by the way, what I put in is minimalist fantasy card art of a rapid recovery, because I was like, what will it give me if I just type in the actual name of the card? Okay, we're getting further, closer to it. It's closer. I feel like this one would almost work if he wasn't just at the bottom. Maybe I need a different description though. How do you? I never know how to like. How do you describe it? is the problem. What I want it to look like? Oh, I don't like just where I'm like, oh yeah, that kind of looks like a person, you know, recovering their stamina. Like it kind of makes sense. It doesn't need to be exact. Just something, you know. And the only problem with this one is I can't have them in the bottom section here, because that's where this is. Like I have some with the character in the bottom. But the main thing here is the lightning strike anyway, so I didn't really care. But ideally, like, I don't want to have... If I don't get a good one, I will use it. It's like, whatever. Oh, here we go. I could use this one. Like, it's not bad. They'll do the job. Cards. This is going to be rapid recovery. Rapid recovery. Okay, so now we can go back here. Just go to any of these to get the folder in the right place. Throw you in here. Throw you in there. Save. Ta-da! You can't really see. Oh, whatever. On fire. Damn it. That's what I was saying. I want to, but again, this is all temporary, so it's fine. It's fine. We got the right tag. We got all that stuff. You know what I'm gonna do? Hold on. Because it's such a simple image, I'm just gonna modify it. Man stares at sun and goes blind. This is a blindness debuff card. What? Why can't I paint? Oh, Protect Alpha's on. Go, good enough. Re-import. Problem solved. Perfect location. Sacrilege, how dare you do manual work? After complaining about rotating an image SMH. What do you mean? I didn't have to rotate anything. It was super simple. Rotating an image, I mean, that's hard work. Sweet. Okay, so this works now. Great. Now we go to me card. Rapid recovery. If I could just not have a variable for everything and a giant switch statement, I would. There's no better way. There's no better way. Rapid recovery. Rapid recovery. So this one, but this gives me AC abilities. So I don't want actually AC abilities. So I'll need to do a more custom thing here. Because here we need character stats. Get stamina multiplier. And we just add it here. Add the stamina multiplier to the value. And then set stamina multiplier. Crazy stuff here. You see how advanced this math is? We add the value and then we set the value. I know you've never seen something as complex as this, but bear with me, we'll get through it together. So yeah, that should work. Let's find out. Okay, so there's the dash, there's another dash, so let's see how long it takes. Okay, so that's the speed at which it's going, right? We're looking at how fast it basically goes up. Okay. So now, if we grab 20% here, it should go up faster by 20%. I'll be honest, it's hard to tell. Let's just get all of these. And let's see, does it feel like it's actually faster? I think it is. But damn, it's hard to tell. Print string. Okay. I don't know why it's negative 10. But let's not question it. Do this. Okay, that's not doing anything. Why is it not doing anything? Why is the stamina multiplier not doing anything? It's a 0. It's a 20. Okay, so we are setting the value. My math is wrong. No surprise. 20 divided by 200. 200. 20 divided by 100 should get us 0.2. Plus 1 should get us 1.2. 1.2 times the stamina update rate. Why is this not working? Oh, it's such a stamina drain by default. Why is this a stamina drain by... It's not even draining stamina. It's doing the opposite. It's gaining You know what? Just don't question. Just don't question the thing that says drain stamina that doesn't do anything. Okay, now let's do the 20%. Okay. Here. And now 20%. Now that actually feels faster. Okay. And if I go ahead and just knock out these two as well. Am I coping? Or was it faster? Is it faster? It's so hard to tell without context. Looking at it just as is. God damn it. Yeah, we're keeping the print. We're still at negative 10. Why are we still at negative 10? We shouldn't be at negative. Well, there's the problem. Why are we at negative? Why are we using negative? AI says you're inventing the wheel and spinning it at full speed. Don't worry about it. Oh, when I turn it on, okay, there you go. Glorious #1 node print, yes. Okay. Okay, so we managed to just stop it entirely. Good job. The hell happened? How do we manage that one? How do we manage that one? Stop stamina drain. And then it does start timer. Then starts it again. Is this it? What the hell's going on? Oh, well, now it's working in reverse. Okay. I understand. I understand now. Things are finally making sense. We didn't see anything because I zeroed out my stamina and I had a minus instead of a plus, which is what? Because it was reversed to drain. Yep, you know, there's 10. Positive. Good. Correct. Now, we turn on the 20. There's 12. Hey, that actually is faster. Okay? Oh, this should stop. It's not stopping. We'll deal with that not stopping. Oh, it did stop. Never mind. Oh, no, it's because I'm in here. Let's do you and you. And then we do this. And now, oh, look how fast that is. Yeah, there we go. Now it actually works properly. Now it used to just stop when it reaches the max, though. Which is kind of important. When current stamina is equal to... Oh. Is greater or equal? Is that the problem? Oh, why is... Oh, I see. It's because... Don't worry about that. We broke things. That's why that's the way it is. Because the whole draining system, I basically removed. It's now only an adding system. Just it's because we removed the drain and because we removed the variable which was plugged in there. Now it makes sense. We did just moments ago. This wasn't from before. This was... Okay, so now... Why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep removing this print string? I don't have an answer for you, by the way. You have a cold? We'll put it in the fridge. 20.5. Oh, that's a speedy boy. There we go. And now it stops. Right? Yeah, it stops. There we go. Your throat is hurting from laughing? You know, I don't know if that's good or bad. On one hand, good that you're laughing. On the other hand, I don't want you to get a sore throat because of me. Because if you're like, oh shit, I got a sore throat, and someone asks you why, you'd be like, well, there's this guy online. And at that point, I mean, whew, You gotta, yeah, explain to do. Now that brings up more questions than answers. Yay, but we now got rapid recovery, and we fixed up the multiple dashes into agile form. So if we wanted to now, we could go maximum on both. Right, we got full, all 3 power-ups of both, which is quite expensive to do. I pressed the wrong button and I close it. Good job, mate. One more time. Do all the recovery. And all the reduced dash. And then we can do the explosions. So that was all the explosions. My salmon is out. I have to wait 5 seconds. And now it's coming back. And now I can do the same thing. Right, it's not going to be like your full... At this speed, it wouldn't be your full thing. What I could do is also reduce the time it takes before the stamina starts regenerating. Like, reduce that time. I think that could be another power-up. Reduce time before stamina regen starts. Yeah. Because I feel like when you spend that much, it should be more rewarding. So yes, I think I'm gonna add that in. So yeah, we'll have that in as another power-up to add down the line. Awesome. But this is a good starting point. We got some good stuff in. Reworked the dash system, added in the 2 new power-ups. Good stuff, yeah. We'll continue with the power-ups tomorrow. The goal is to get all of the new ones that we talked about in, so that way we can add the new boss and immediately have that 4th boss, right, have all new power-ups to go along with them. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow at 6:30 Pacific as always for some more fun and game dev. The more thing to do tomorrow is remove Nyat Chat. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I literally, if you did not say that, I would have forgotten that I wanted to make this a redeem. Literally, if you didn't say that, I would have forgotten about it. I'm gonna try to do that right now. Okay, guys, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. No, it'll be cheap. It'll be like 500. Bye bye.